welcome to Movie Obscura. From the den of learned doctors, I am Dr. Adrian.
And I am Dr. Kelly.
And our experiment this week is the 2005 Bruce Campbell movie, My Screaming Brain.
This was a complete and utter waste of my intelligence.
This movie pretty much was a failed experiment at the genre that they call horror comedy.
I believe neither of them were in this film.
Bruce Campbell
Okay, not talk like this anymore.
This is Movie Obscura. I am Adrian.
And I'm Kelly.
And this week we are doing the 2005 Man with the Screaming Brain. This was Bruce Campbell's directorial debut as the writer, producer, and director of this film.
And star.
And
failed.
This as if you guys had seen our podcast from last week with My Life as Bruce, he did mention the movie in Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
And I think this is exactly what he was talking about.
I'm making fun of.
This movie, I think, was intentionally trying to make fun of the whole aspect of the... I don't know really what he was trying to prove in this movie. It was way out there.
I think he was just trying to make the cheesiest flick he could make. You know what it was? I bet what he's doing was trying to make fun of those old mad scientist movies, you know, from like, say, 50s, 60s, maybe early 70s. Mm-hmm. You know, where they were... the mad scientists would, the mad scientists would fuck with people's genetics and stuff, create monsters out of, trying to save somebody or help somebody, doing evil experiments.
I believe there was a movie back in the 50s called Mad People, where there was a mad scientist who turned people into psychotics. Obviously the classic Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, where he put the serum in himself. Yeah. This one had Stacy Keach, who has been in a ton of movies, and I believe he was Titus's dad on the show Titus, who was...
he played the scientist.
Yes, he played the scientist, and he was working on bringing two cells together that were from different DNAs.
Right, trying to create one cell
from the two different cells.
Yeah.
And Tom, who was the Sam Raimi, the guys that made The Evil Dead.
Oh yes, yeah.
His son was also in this show.
Was his son the assistant to the doctor?
Yes, and he was also in My Name Is Bruce as well.
Yeah. He's been in quite a few films.
He's been in quite a few films with Bruce Campbell.
With old Bruce, yeah.
So anyway, they have this. Bruce Campbell is a millionaire, and he went to Bulgaria to pretty much get an underground rail system.
Yeah, the commies.
Yes.
Started but never finished the project, so he was there to get it going.
And he's pretty much gonna write, gonna pretty much pay the bills on this one to get it fixed. And we also see his wife and him are at the airport in Bulgaria, and they're trying to find a cab driver who speaks English, and they find one.
What was his name?
Because
he was Russian.
I thought it was Ivan. Wasn't it Ivan?
I don't know. Insert stereotypical Russian name here.
Yes, exactly. Igor, Ivan, Vladimir Putin. I mean, anyway, so...
Jeez, where's my lucky rabbit's foot? And you throw salt over my shoulder. Don't ever mention that man's name in my presence again.
Is he that bad?
Especially if we're going to put this on the internet.
Well,
He'll kill us.
We do have two Russian commie guys that are our listeners. We shouldn't really mention bad.
We apologize, comrades.
Yes. I don't. Whatever. Anyway.
Insert Nikolai Volkov.
Anyway, so they're trying to get this thing built, and they end up in a gypsy town.
Right, right. Ooh.
And
that gypsy chick's pretty good looking.
well, we should mention before anything, she ended up killing one of her people that she was supposed to marry.
Yeah, at that point it was she was a Russian bride.
Yes.
Order bride.
Yes, and she
like
stabbed some dude and said that he found something better.
Yeah.
So you can already tell she's psychotic.
Yeah, she's all about getting married to somebody.
Yeah, and she had a list. She had an actual list of people who she was going to off if they didn't marry her.
Yeah.
But they end up in Gypsy Town. She's one of the gypsies. In fact, you find out later on that the taxi driver that they picked was supposed to marry her.
At one point.
At one point.
Weren't they teamed up with the KGB though? They were members.
Yes.
Not members. Teammates in the KGB, or partners is the word I'm looking for.
Yes, and they ended up splitting up for some reason, and she's really out there. I'm just going to put it that way.
Oh God, yeah.
But in Gypsy Town, you find out that the cab driver is some sort of a badass because there's 4 guys
he's a trained KGB agent.
that's going to take the cab. He goes, that ain't going to happen. He takes his 44 out
Yeah.
and just totally kicks butt.
While Bruce and his wife, or whatever Bruce's character is, sitting in the back of the gypsy taxi.
Yeah, Dr. Cole.
Dr. Cole.
Dr. Cole is his name. And he's got a really bad 70s porn stash. But
I love the porn stash.
But a nice set of hair.
I tell you what, the man can wear a mustache.
That man can wear a mustache. Nice set of hair.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
yeah.
he had great set of hair, which gets lost.
Well, when you have brain surgery.
He ends up, the wife ends up having a
toward affair.
Yes, with the cab driver as they're supposed to go shopping, while he's at the subway getting all the X's and the O's. Yes, the lowercase i's dotted and the t's crossed. And he comes back, and the gypsy girl that is the psychotic person was in his room cleaning, or so we thought.
Yeah.
He makes an advance at her, and she proceeds to not only take his money, but a ring that the cab driver had given him
for his wife.
Yep. And so she sees what's going on. She wants a divorce, and that's when she leaves. And he finds out that he's robbed. He runs after her, and he gets hit in the head with a pipe.
Hard. Very
hard. He's bleeding from his head, and then the cab driver sees it, and she shoots the cab driver.
Yep.
This is where it gets really out. This is where Bruce Campbell shines in this offset.
The man's acting in these type of movies is on.
The only thing I wish he would have done was the smile he did when he got knocked out in My Name is Bruce.
Oh,
that same smile.
Yes,
smile. When he got that would have been funny, but he doesn't. But this mad scientist then puts the 2 guys together in one brain.
Right, because Bruce's the right hemisphere of his brain's all messed up, but insert commie name here guy, the taxi driver, his right hemisphere's all right. So smashes them all together in Bruce's body.
And now Bruce has both him and the Russian in his head.
Yep.
And one's controlling the right side, one's controlling the left side.
What is it? Ivan, or the taxi driver, whatever the hell his name is, can control the left side. Bruce can control the right side.
And it makes now there were some funniest parts with that aspect when he was trying to eat.
Well, of course.
And that sort of thing, and during the bar fight, that was funny. But other than that,
you see, I liked this argument when he was sitting at the bar. What they wanted to drink.
Yes.
Scotch tastes like this.
Yes, and that part. There were some funny parts when this first started in there, but all in all, this movie just did not really hit home.
No. Anyway, so then his wife, how'd she die? Because
she got
like I said, I really wasn't paying attention to the movie.
She went after the girl that killed Bruce, and she found her, and then she got thrown off a staircase, and it crushed her spine.
Because Dr. whatever his name is, he ended up inserting her consciousness into that robot.
Yes, the robot, the assistant's robot.
Yeah.
And so she goes and the robot finds her and tries to avenge her death and Bruce's death, and it doesn't happen, and in the end, Bruce gets the girl and and throws her over, but like I said,
but then they try to make things work.
They did.
Living in the brain.
Yes, they did. And in the end, they find a way to do it.
Yep.
He's still a made millionaire, and he's writing checks and doing charity balls. And
charity, there you go. Because the taxi driver wanted him to.
Yes, and
$1 million is a lot of money, but it's going to a good cause.
And the wife is now inside the body of the psychotic girl, the consciousness.
That's right. That's right.
So
he did kind of upgrade.
Yes, he did an upgrade. But all in all, this movie. There were so many bad parts to it as well. Not bad parts, I'd say very cheesy parts.
Cheesy, very, very cheesy.
Very cheesy.
Almost again, we need to enter in a cheese rating.
Cheese factor. And I do have to say, I think that the rating system is going to be broken fingers because that poor guy Igor was his name.
Igor or whatever.
Yeah. He had 3 broken fingers, all by the same person. All the same. One was his thumb, and the second was his pointer got broken twice.
Didn't actually he walk into that bar during the fight, and Bruce broke it once too?
Yes.
Because when his wife was in the body of the robot, she snapped his finger.
Yes, and then
that was such a cheesy effect, though, because the way they did it, it was like a hot dog or something, and it broke right in half, no blood or nothing. It just broke.
Yes.
I was just like, wow. Oh, speaking of cheesy-ass effects, how about when the wife got pushed down those stairs?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Full-on dummy.
Yes.
I mean, you could tell no problem that it was a dummy.
And another part with cheesy is when the psychotic woman when she got pushed into the river. And he was throwing, and the assistant was throwing sticks and rocks at her to stop her, and you could tell it was a dummy. It was just dirt just bouncing off.
Yeah,
it sounded.
I mean, and I think that was part of the plan.
That was Bruce Campbell. That is Bruce Campbell. 100% full-fledged. Yes, yeah. Bruce Campbell. That is what he does.
Low tech.
Yes, very low tech. But we do a rating system here at Movie Obscura. We're going to do Broken Fingers.
Of course.
1 to 5, Kelly.
I got to give it about 1.5 Broken Fingers.
I'd have to agree. I was hoping that, if it would have been, just a little more, if they would have had a little more conflict with the bodies and the comical part of it,
bring out a little more comedy. Yes,
that would have been. It would have been much better. We knew that.
I understand. Going into this movie, I knew it was going to be a cheese fest, basically.
Yes, that is what Bruce Campbell's all about.
Right.
And we're gonna do
it. As soon as I saw written by, story by, directed by, I'm like, here we go. And since we are doing Bruce Fest, this is our third third movie in Bruce Fest. We do a cheese factor because he is the king of B movies, and most B movies are cheesy. Kelly, on a 1 to 10 scale for cheesy, how cheesy do you think this movie is? I'm going to give it a cheese factor of 8.
Yes, I would go. I'd almost go all the way to 10 because it was so out there.
The dummies. And the story, if it was made by anybody else but Bruce, with a little more tech savvy, wanting to make it into a more serious movie, probably could have been done in such a way that it would have been a maybe I'll watch it again type movie. But the way that Bruce did it, I mean, it was so freaking cheesy, fucking cheesy. Just say it.
It was, yeah, and it almost, but
the only salvation of this flick is Bruce.
You could make this the argument that it was so cheesy that it became an awful movie.
Yeah.
There is a point where cheesy becomes so much of it that it just turns into an awful film.
Yeah. And like I said, when I was watching it, I was doing a lot of other things rather than pay attention to the movie for this review. I got the quick and dirty of it, and I could go from there.
Yes, and now, next week we're going to do Alien Apocalypse.
Yes.
And that is going to be the fourth and final film. of
If I
Bruce
can
Bruce
figure it
Fest.
out, yeah.
Now, you could catch the previous two films from Bruce Fest. We did Bubba Hotep and My Name is Bruce Kelly. Where can they find the archives of Movie Obscura?
The archives, our video archives, will and always shall be on YouTube. Just search for Movie Obscura and we'll be there. If you want to get a hold of us with your recommendations or maybe some movie that you want us to review, scoot your butts on over to Facebook, search us there. Send us an email at movieobscura@gmail.com. Even, hell, send us a tweet if you'd like to tell us how shitty we are. I don't care. Just do something to know so we know you're out there. You can tweet us at Movie Obscura.
And we are certainly going to let you know.
Oh, don't forget, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. The audio of all the podcasts are available on iTunes. Just search for us there and fill your phone full of Movie Obscura.
And we also have, if you are interested, you can definitely subscribe to us.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to be here every week.
Every week. We're not going anywhere too soon. I just need to get caught up here.
And we're also going to finish Bruce Fest with Alien Apocalypse. And then we are going to go off the track, so to speak, with the movie called Frankenhooker.
Yeah. This is an '80s movie, right?
I don't know what year it is, but it seems like something
I've
that.
taken a peek at it. It looks like kind of along the same vein, but a little more comedy in it, as the Reanimator trilogy. Have you ever seen those?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
I like those.
We're also going to now. We've talked a little bit about this, and I don't know if we are going to do it. And it's up to you. We're gonna have the viewers and listeners kind of vote on this, and definitely send your comments on this. Are we going to do Midnight Meat Train?
You keep asking. We just as well, here in a bit, do Midnight Meat Train, and then probably should throw a special in over something. When the Blu-rays come out for the Star Wars, we're doing another Star Wars rant where I force him to come sit and watch the difference between theatrical and the special editions when the new Star Wars comes out on Blu-ray, because I'm going to buy the whole goddamn thing all over again.
Yeah,
But anyway, that's down the road. I got to piss, so for Movie Obscura, I'm Kelly.
And I'm Adrian.
And we out.